Valley teen faces up to 74 years in prison for her role in her uncle's murder. It took a jury just 25 minutes to find 16-year-old Maria Pacheco guilty of Arnulfo Pacheco's murder. News 10's Dan Klein spoke with Arnulfo's friends just minutes after the verdict was announced.
Is there anything you want to say about the verdict today?
16-year-old Maria Pacheco walked out without saying a word after the jury reached a guilty verdict less than a half hour into deliberations.
I'm just very thankful for the verdict because now maybe his brother can let him rest.
Throughout the week, it was a family divided. Maria's parents and sister sat on the side of the defense, with their younger sisters just outside the courtroom. On the side of the prosecution, Arnulfo's brother, Rudy, sitting with friends. After the verdict, both declined to make a comment, but Arnulfo's children spoke with News 10 days after his murder last July.
I've always loved him. He was a good dad.
He always cared for us, loved us.
20-year-old Jared Riley testified that he is the one who actually killed Arnulfo. Maria's defense attorney tried to show it was Riley's plan all along, and that Maria was scared of what he would do to her and her family if she backed out. But prosecution used text messages to show Maria helped plan and lure him to her family's home, just about a block from the Marshall, Illinois courtroom.
This was one of the more violent attacks that I've seen in my career.
It was tough. I didn't know all the injuries that we called him Nuco. I didn't know all the injuries he'd gotten.
After she was arrested in Tennessee, Maria told state police investigators that, quote, "I honestly think he deserved it," end quote. She told them she believed Arnulfo was molesting her sisters, something that was not supported by any evidence in court. In fact, Maria testified Friday even she did not believe it was true anymore.
No, never.
But it's what made 3 days of testimony all the more difficult to hear.
I don't understand it. It shouldn't have happened, and Nuco should still be here.
But because he's not, his niece faces the prospect of spending not just the rest of her teenage years in prison, but most of her adult life as well. Reporting in Marshall, Dan Klein, News 10.
Maria Pacheco was found guilty of murder, robbery, and possession of a stolen vehicle. She's scheduled to be sentenced March 17th and could face up to 74 years in prison. Meanwhile, Jared Riley pled guilty to a murder charge last month. He's expected to be sentenced February 22nd.